Indonesia, because they did what every country Bonnie Blue has stepped foot in has failed to do. They actually arrested her. Bonnie has faked her arrest before, but this one was real, and the potential punishment over $300,000 in fines, which isn't that crazy, but also up to 15 years in prison. And honestly, it's about time she faces consequences. At the start of this year, I made a video talking about her 1,000 men in 24 hours challenge. And if you don't know what that is, trust me, your life is better without that knowledge. So Bonnie Blue is a controversial OF creator, notorious for her insane stunts in the bedroom. I am not a fan of Bonnie Blue, and I made that pretty clear, but let's be real, Bonnie has two types of fans: barely legal 18-year-olds who view her as an easy piece of meat, and 40-year-old virgins who wish she was around when they were 18 years old. But that meat is one that's been chewed up, swallowed, barfed out, and reconsumed by thousands of men who smell like cheeseburgers and sweaty socks. So let's talk about why she actually got arrested and the brand new update on what punishment she's facing. She didn't travel to Bali to meditate, drink coconut water, and find inner peace. Well, the last part is debatable, emphasis on inner. She flew halfway across the world on a mission to collect as much DNA as she can from barely legal 18-year-olds. I'm starting to think that Bonnie Blue is an alien sent to Earth from another planet to collect as much human DNA as possible, which would explain why she looks nowhere near 26 years old. So let's get into today's topic, but just before we do, if y'all could leave a like on my video and subscribe if you haven't already, it truly would mean a lot. And if you don't, I will personally tell Santa to give you a jar of Bonnie Blue's bathwater for Christmas, which maybe you're into, so do what you will, but I'm warning you, there's extreme levels of toxins. So recently Bonnie Blue traveled to Bali to create content during Schoolies Week, a holiday period where those in the final year of high school celebrate the end of high school. She even brought along her branded Bang Bus, or at least the Bali version of it. Her original one back home is a van tied to her adult persona, but when she got to Bali, she bought a barely functioning small truck for about $1,200.
Just picked up the Bonnie Blue Bang Bus in Bali. No aircon, wires hanging out, what moved the seat, steering very questionable. Doesn't have seat belts. Yeah.
Oh, the brakes work.
She painted it with her logo, drove around the island, and made sure everyone knew she was there.
Yes.
These either have to be paid actors or the product of failed parenting, because no way a sane woman respects Bonnie Blue and wants to take a photo with her. I don't know what's sadder, seeing all the desperate boys surrounding her vehicle or all the girls surrounding her, because Bonnie Blue's only contribution to women is degrading the female gender as a whole, pun intended, and exposing which men are the gooniest gooners of them all. So Bonnie spent her time in Bali being a passenger princess on the bus, partying with barely legal boys, and doing exactly the kind of stuff that gets you noticed, all for the wrong reasons.
Parents, remember when I said I was going to pick your sons up? I wasn't lying. Do you have a message to your parents?
Living Bali life, let's get it. I'm a good boy.
All the publicity is where things went sideways because locals started complaining and authorities realized she wasn't just a tourist. She was filming and promoting her adult content. And the problem with that is Indonesia is a Muslim majority country where the laws are very different than those in Western countries such as the UK and US. Just as an example, in 2022, Indonesia passed a law banning unmarried couples from doing the deed. Corn on the cob videos, as I like to call it, are illegal in the country. Those who produce, distribute, or possess the content can face serious fines and up to 15 years in prison. Well, Bonnie Blue, she thought the laws didn't apply to her.
Lucky for me, there's 4 rules in Bali, and you don't even need a driving license.
She effed around and found out that even if you're a foreign visitor on a vacation, you still gotta follow the law.
14 Australian men have been arrested in Bali alongside adult entertainer Bonnie Blue. Local police took the group into custody for allegedly making graphic material during Schoolies celebrations.
So once authorities realized that she wasn't just another tourist, things moved fast. Indonesian police and immigration officers stepped in to arrest Bonnie Blue. In the beginning of this month, authorities raided a house in Bali where Bonnie and a group of people were staying after locals reported what they believe production of explicit content. Cameras, adult balloons, the bang bus, and other items were seized as evidence in the investigation. Police alleged that Bonnie and a group of at least 17 men ages 19 to 40 from the UK and Australia had been filming explicit content around the island. Bonnie and several others were detained and questioned while police looked into whether corn laws had been violated. Reporters were asking Bonnie about her time spent in Bali, and she responded by saying,
Hi. Good morning.
How are you? Are you doing any content?
You'd have to subscribe to find out.
Are you making content in this one?
Subscribe and you'll find out.
I'm not sure Bonnie realized what she was facing. That smug look on her face makes it look like she's getting a tour of the police station. Or maybe she does know and is happy because she'll be the first to make a video titled 1,000 prisoners in 24 hours. It truly is sad when people go into a foreign country, disrespect their culture, and think the rules don't apply to them simply because they have more money or believe they're better than the citizens living there. Right when the news dropped that Bonnie had been arrested and we all learned about the potential punishment she could be facing, the internet was celebrating. Because what Bonnie does in places like the UK and Australia are legal, but it doesn't mean it's moral. Her content is disgusting, it degrades women, ruins the significance of intimacy, and even encourages young women to follow in her footsteps. And with potential punishments that serious, everyone thought that Bonnie Blue was finally over, that she was going to face real consequences and be done with her shenanigans. But then the legal update dropped and it shocked everyone. Despite initially facing massive fines and the possibility of years in prison, Bonnie Blue is not going to be behind bars. Instead, she was hit with a fine of 20. Not 20 million, not 20,000, but just $20. Now you're probably wondering who and how many people did Bonnie sleep with to only be fined $20? Well, apparently no one, which is why she's receiving such a light punishment. It was reported that police did not find proof she filmed any of her adult content on the island, and instead she had a choice to either serve a year in prison or pay a $20 fine, which was obviously an easy decision. And this was due to a separate traffic violation regarding the bang bus. You already know some gooner out there will probably start a GoFundMe to help Bonnie Blue cover the cost. Now, despite only being fined $20, Indonesia does not want Bonnie Blue stepping in the country anytime soon because they are not only deporting her but banning her from re-entering the country for at least 10 years. So at least she's facing some type of consequence, but honestly, it is very disappointing.
Update as I'm editing, it gets even more disappointing because Bonnie was interviewed and according to her, the 10-year ban was a lie.
Back here in the UK, Bonnie Blue's disputing reports she's been banned from Bali for a decade after being deported from the holiday island. The bang bus in Bali, do you regret it?
Definitely not, no.
You're banned for 10 years now from Bali. How do you feel about that?
That's a lie, I'm not. It's not 10 years.
What is it?
It's only 6 months. It is 6 months I'm banned for, and this is my letter.
But just because police didn't have enough to charge her now doesn't mean she won't be facing any consequences in the future. It was reported that when police raided the home, Bonnie and a group of 17 men were filming themselves playing a game where the winner would be able to sleep with Bonnie. Maybe she was smart and knew that the laws in Indonesia are very different than the UK, Australia, or other countries she's visited, but I mean, let's be real, look at that face. Doesn't look like the brightest tool in the shed. Just because police didn't find any of the content doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Bonnie and her team might have deleted it or tried to cover it up before police could find it, so who knows? But honestly, from the looks of it, all of this ended up just being a $20 marketing campaign for Bonnie Blue. Tons of headlines, attention everywhere, and barely a slap on the wrist. She could have faced massive fines and even years in prison, but instead she paid $20, got deported, and banned from re-entering the country. Considering the lack of consequences and the publicity, this probably just gave her more fuel to continue doing what she does. Personally, I'm very disappointed, but I want to know what you all think about the Bonnie Blue Bali situation, so leave a comment down below and let me know. If you enjoyed my coverage on this topic, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it truly would mean a lot. But with all that being said, that's officially gonna do it. So until next time, it's been IvanSteff.